Well, good morning or good afternoon. Welcome to MRBC. I am Just Call Me Ash, and tonight I have a co-host, Mr. Jay-Z.
G'day, how you going?
How are you this evening, mate?
Yeah, going well.
That's good.
Back from a trip and ready to cast some comp.
Oh yeah, very last-minute game tonight. Only got confirmation an hour and a half ago that we were on tonight, and so I scooted my ass home very early from work. Well, not early. It's bloody 8 o'clock at night, but you know, things happen. So tonight we have Clan Crossfire and one BTC for Division A AP. Where are the fixtures and ladder positions of these guys? I haven't actually had a look. Should probably have a quick look at this first. Yeah.
Well, we'll do. So I believe we are on the week 5 map set. So we drop 1 Polar Highlands, drop 2 Alpine Peaks, drop 3 Frozen City, drop 4 Crimson Straits, and drop 5 Rubelite Oasis.
That is correct.
League tables, I believe this is a second versus third place match, with Clan Crossfire having a decent second place holding. Actually, no, one BTC is in 4th currently. Bez Brawlers are in 3rd, so yeah.
So yeah, they've got a match extra. You guys and Crossfire have got a one extra match played, so that'll be why they are in front there. Oh good lord, they're not mucking around. They're already starting. Oh shit. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Right. Well,
do it.
Okay. All right. Should probably flick over to the match at this point. I better stop the stream on the pre-stream thingamajigamy as well.
Don't start the pre-stream up. All right. So drop 1 is 4 lights, 4 mediums on domination. Drop 1 is the only domination map featured in the 5-set series of MRBC, and it's usually a fast and furious furball.
Yep, pretty much. That's it. That's how it works. So hopefully this works and it doesn't kick me out, because I've had some restream issues, but I think we've resolved that. I think I worked around that one, so we should be okay. We'll find out in a minute.
Actually, when these two teams face each other on week 2, that we actually had those restream issues in this very drop on poll.
It was, isn't it?
Yeah, both teams brought doubled bushwhackers, so going for the standard slow brawl style. Let's see what they brought this time. Both teams, Clan Crossfire doubling the bushwhackers again. RD Cheetah, Stormcrow, Mistlangs, 5-star Wolfhound, and a Hunchback 2CA. I'll check the layouts in a sec.
Yep.
And one BTC going with a bit of a double Nova strat. It's Stormcrow. It's a bit more energy based, I would assume.
Yep, looking like that. 12 ER smalls for the Novas there. Oh, small pulse and ER smalls. Oh, SRM 6s for the Stormcrow. That's an interesting choice. Assassins, obviously SRMs, cheetahs and stuff. I think we're looking at MGs. And we've got a little Irby floating around. What's in the little Irby here, eh? ER mediums and heavy machine guns as well, okay. ER mediums with machine guns. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, both sides have gone pretty brawly, although CXF has gone with that ER large, ER medium, Hunchback 2CA, which will give it range control.
Yep.
And let them basically poke at one BTC while the initial engagement formulates.
Some guys are just wondering if the stream is dead, but no, it is not dead. We're just switching out from the pre-stream to the actual stream, and because this is super team last minute casting tonight, because we didn't actually know there was a match on, like I said, until an hour ago, we'll be right. We will get there tonight. So these guys are just starting to set up over here. I've got the hang on, where's this little Hunchback 2C? Where is he? Oh, he's all the way down the back. Oh, he's a bit slow. Yeah.
Yeah, there's one to slow max. He's probably going to shift up to the right side on the hill to get a bit of range. And they do have a 5-second lead on the timer. Not the most important detail at this point, but I would assume that one BTC would be forming up to try to push their brawl deck in for a quick brawl. Captain Cat on the Crossfire side is on the right side in a Stormcrow.
Here, the Hunchback now, he's doing his business. You see those ER larges coming on? Yeah.
Strike's going on the right-hand side. Is he going to catch Ranger Dave's Mistlangs?
No.
Catch instead.
Oh, nearly.
No, stops short. And that shortens airstrike that we got, I think, 2 patches ago.
Yep.
Yeah, just saved that 5-star from a world of pain.
Oh, yeah. I mean, while they nerfed the airstrike distance, the damage is still the same. So you still don't want to get hit by that goddamn airstrike on a light mech. It will absolutely obliterate you.
I actually think per shell that the radius is slightly increased, so the overlap area is increased as well, which is the really...
Oh, good strike here from one BTC. Let me see what... Does it hit anyone? No, they managed to get out the way. Oh, geez, that was a good one though. Very close.
Damage was scratch damage at this point, so both can basically fit each other at range. The Stillwater's Hunchback is the only one with that range again.
Jeez.
Strike from one BTC gonna come on the Hunchback?
No, no, missed as well. Gee whiz. A lot of early strikes going on here, and well, not a hell of a lot else. To be honest, this is a bit quiet for the first drop. To be honest, I mean it's 4 minutes in. Normally it's on by now, you know. Oh, hang on.
Well, the thing is, I would probably expect, you know.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
But I think Stack's on.
Yeah, it's coming. Here it is. It's on.
Rotate?
It's rotating now. Now.
Okay.
Oh, right. So live's out there first, and they're on his legs.
Guard, on the Bushwhacker, they're gonna focus him down pretty quick, I think.
Live's legs dead, and that Bushwhacker is not legged yet for Nakoro. Not yet. Not yet. So yep.
We're spread engagement here. 2 call targets on each side, I think. So not quite the sharpest focus time, but the first kill is going to go to Clan Crossfire.
Yep, Nakoro's.
The 2 very hurt mechs on that Crossfire side.
Yeah.
87 in the cheetah.
I'm just going to TK then. He's CT cord. I think he's CT cord. Looking at that number right there, and he goes.
Yeah, that fire star just dropped. I think it was a torso kill. I think there was a really opportunistic kill there.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Could go to one BTC.
There's a Daidachi.
BTC favor.
There's a Daidachi in there. I didn't even realise he was playing tonight. He's one of my unit members. Right. Jeez, this is going crazy. So Dai goes down. He gets legged. He got legged by Fuzzy, I think, and then TK managed to help him finish him off. And then TK died. So Fuzzy's now in some trouble because he's alone.
Exactly. Now, can Ranger pull back to his team before he goes down to Shimozu Koga? Fuzzy does go down. This is a 5-3. Over 1 BTC at this point. So they.
And over the back, we've still got Hunter Club over the back in that cheetah. I have no idea what he's doing.
He needs to dive. Hunter Club needs to dive in here.
Yeah, I know. What is on that? It's 6 ER smalls, but he's fighting at 300 meters away. That's got to be at least 300, mate. I reckon 350 meters.
I reckon, but it doesn't really matter at this point because Stillwater blows himself up. That laser Hunchback getting pushed in that brill, too hot.
Getting very hot, very toasty.
Mislink's now being the last one standing for Crossfire.
Oh, apparently you're a little bit quiet. I don't know why this keeps happening. Let me resolve this. I will turn you up.
Anyway, well played 1 BTC. It's an 8-4 win, which denies the bonus to Clan Crossfire. So that is a bonus denial because you need 5 kills. If you lose a drop on drop 1 or 2 and you get 5 kills, then you get a bonus reputation of 50, I believe.
Yeah, a little bit of a bonus, yeah. Right.
Topping for CXF, and on the BTC side, decent spread, low damages though, which indicates usually efficient kills. And Wilton in the Irby. The Irby! Hey! Doing very well with the Assassin Stormcrow, also doing very well there. Novas took the damage and got focused in quick, but you know, I think that the kill in those first few mechs decide that one.
Oh yeah, it was that early kill, that very early kill, or a lot of damage on TK early as well. Definitely made the difference there. Actually, I think it kind of took him out of the game a little bit. And yeah, Nakoro going down with 2 little fights going on.
I'm interested to see if they talk about it in the post-match interview, but I think that Firestar did get an opportunistic torso kill on it. It died relatively quickly.
You could be right. I think he was down very early, and Live went down early too, but he sort of went out. You know, I'll flick to the map strat, and then you can do a bit of drawing on there if you like, mate. But yeah, Live getting caught early. But on the other side to the rest of the Crossfire team, actually kind of worked out pretty damn well for them in the end, getting them split up. Right, so over to...
I have it upside down.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks there. That's it. That's a bit better.
The Hunchback, which I'll mark with a Hunchback, because you can do chassis.
Oh, yeah.
It is. Hunchback kind of set up over here. And really, we saw a counterclockwise rotation of sorts that eventually just closed in on. And it was, so pretty much a bit of a counter rotation happening, bit of a skirmishing fight. The fight kind of spread out a bit like this. They had like a couple skirmishes happening.
There was a fight on the left. Yeah, that was that. The Indigo 8 fight where Nakoro went down, and then over the other side was where Live went down on 2 sides, almost probably 400 meters away from each other. I reckon 500 meters away.
you had pretty much a 1 BTC fight over here that was being won in a CXF fight, which was in kind of not quite one, and then you had the cheater in the middle. But I think honestly, the winner there was those first like I say, I always say this to my guys. I say this to when I'm doing work with other teams because I do a bit of that coaching too. In drop one, the time to kill on the first 1 or 2 mechs is absolutely essential. Okay, if we call Alpha Legs and that mech doesn't drop, okay, then they still have their full complement of firepower on the field.
It screws you up, literally, for the rest of if that mech doesn't die, in that first 5 seconds, you've got some serious problems because you're already getting focused by this point. So, yeah.
Bingo.
Very critical out there. Right, so.
And so much so, I was going to say?
Oh, I'm just going to, I'll flick maybe over to, I'm just going to change the overlay thing here and go back to map 2, which... Map 2,
Frozen
where are
Conquest?
Frozen...
Alpine Conquest, it is.
Oh yeah, Alpine Conquest. So, we have...
So, this time around, BTC are Team 2, so... coming up a win, I really hope they do take the momentum in, because as Team 2 Alpine, you do have the early caps option, whereas Team 1 is basically on a counter cap. Does that make sense? Because Team 1 doesn't start with many caps, but it has many opportunities to gain them. Team 2 starts with opportunities to get the caps really quick. It's difficult to hold sometimes.
Yeah, so this drop here we have 2, 4, and 2, so 2 lights, 4 mediums, and 2 heavies. Mix of any one chassis, 1 duplicate allowed, and the bonus again for this one is to get 5 enemy mechs. Now, Crossfire missing out on that, and as a result, as the viewers will be able to see playing at home or at work, but 1 BDC got 350 rep because they got the bonus, and Clan Crossfire only 100 rep, so they missed out a little bit of bonus there. Rep being more important over the season than win or loss. If you have a look at the MRBC website, you will see the standings are done in rep. So rep points is absolutely critical. You want to be trying to hit those bonuses at all possible, and at the same time not giving away mechs either. You guys are very good at that, Jay, when they're quite hurt, especially on drop 1 or 2, actually getting out of the fight to try and deny that bonus possible to the enemy team.
That was actually a training drill this week. We actually trained on how to run away while keeping it focused, just to keep minimizing the mechs lost. I think we've managed to keep it down to about single digit most times. So just trying to keep those losses down, because like you said, MRBC is rep based, and every mech that you don't lose is actually rep that your opponents don't get. So it is actually, like, winning and losing is important, absolutely, that's where you get the most rep from, but if you want to maximize the rep differential to the other teams, you need to keep your mechs alive and keep rotating your armor, so that if you're hurt, don't keep trying to do more damage if you have opportunities to get out and let your teammates share some of that weapons fire. So yeah, it's really actually important, particularly when the drop 1 and 2 where the bonuses are based on those 5th kills, or even drop 4 where the bonuses are based on killing all the heavies and assaults and 5 and 4 assaults. So you've got to keep an eye on who's alive on your team, and how you can maneuver them and disengage them to keep them alive. Right,
I've just flicked over to Mapstrad. What do you reckon we're going to see here? Because Clan Crossfire were Team 2 when they were playing 1 BDC last time, and they brawled through J6 and through Sigma. So, did they go range this time?
So this was the Crossfire attack lane last time around. Actually, there wasn't. Sorry, they had 2 mechs here. They had 2 mechs up here, and those hard countered the 2 large mechs that Crossfire had in the north here. So there's a 2-on-2. We had 2 lighter mechs against a heavy and a medium.
I think it was
a tonnage disadvantage.
Hacksaw, and
they managed to win it.
It was Hacksaw and Coast, I think, or something in the 2 lighter. Wolfhound and something else, and went up and got those large mechs from 1 BTC sitting in G7. So will we see 1 BTC employ this strategy? Perhaps.
Possibly. I think we might see, because CXF is known, it has shown that they have deployed a brawl strat. They're probably also very well aware of how to counter it, because they practiced it so much for that earlier week in week 2. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see 1 BTC try to do a 3-cap control, at least initially off the bat. Just try to grab 3 caps and then maybe do set up like a range sort of thing. I mean, that's what we did when we were Team 2. But actually, no. Anyway, that's some options there. So yeah, I'd be interested to see if a brawl strat is played again, given that it has been shown already between these two teams. Yeah, I like. Also, I think BTC are going to be more aware of light play in the backfield, just because that's what hurt them a lot last time. So
yeah, I think after that getting caught out with those lights, I don't think they'll be falling for that again this week, because that really hurt their drops against Clan Crossfire last time these guys played each other. I think a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, that was absolutely very much the controlling factor in a lot of the wins, actually catching them out. So hopefully we don't see that again tonight. Although it is, I mean, it's a good play, it's good strategy, but yeah, you know, you want a bit more of a a fight than having your butt chopped up by a little machine gun light or something. Right.
Yeah, absolutely. So well, I think we're going into it right now.
Looks like we're ready to roll, indeed. So we'll see which side.
Just a heads up. Why are we on Polar Highlands, Dom?
You know what? They didn't change the map. Right. They didn't change the map. Bloody hell. You had one job.
That's it.
Oh, no, right? That is shit ass. Oh, well. So we'll go talk some more shit then. Actually, you know what? We could... I'll do a giveaway. After this drop, we'll go and do a giveaway. But in the meantime, what we'll go back to the map strat, maybe. What else? What other strategies have you seen?
Okay.
There's definitely a couple that I've seen.
I can talk about the one that we did, but there's a few other ones. Wait, which team were we when we played week 2? I gotta remember.
Well, I can't remember which. I wasn't casting that one actually. So.
We were team 2. Yeah, we were team 2. But what we did, there's something interesting. We did the 3-cap. So we sent one guy to Kappa. I went to Theta and Assassin. Another guy to Sig, and then we had like a long range Panther or something up here near Sigma. Yep, and I was in an Assassin. I was dancing this.
Oh yeah, sorry. You know, I cast that one. Yeah. I did cast that one. You're on Indigo 6. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So I was dancing the original Assassin, and I had my guys as range, like trade across, and you know we were winning a lot of these trades. So essentially, what we did was we kind of cornered the opponents in these areas, and we had like one mech up there, because from the left side we had Panther Fire this way. From the Juliet 7 hill, we had lines from a couple of mediums, and then our main heavy fire was across the top, obviously. So
kind of locked them in. Yeah, kind of locked them into that kind of Indigo 7, Indigo 6.
We kind of funneled them into I6, I7. Let them have Epsilon, of course. And with the Assassin, I could just get pot shots and keep calling who's peeking from where and where they're moving. So if they were to shift left to hit the Panther, or shift right to hit the mediums, or peek over the center hit our heavies, I could call that. And I had 2 UAVs, I had 2 strikes, so it was it was essentially a contain. It was like hold 3 caps and then contain them and see what they do. Like if they brawled either way, we were ready to spot that, disengage the side that was pushed, and just fire across map with the side that wasn't pushed, or center at least. Because the heavies were central, so the heavies really couldn't be pushed on if they did brawls. Because as I said, you can't really prepare for Bear. They could do anything.
Yep.
And
definitely. Bear's brawl is very unpredictable team.
Yeah, and it's just great. They try anything, and it's just really, really good to play them. And so we they had an ATM mech that was actually got to kill one of the guys extremely quickly.
Was it a Night Gear or was it a Huntsman? I can't remember. It was one of the two, I think. Yeah.
There was a Huntsman, but there was also an ATM Night Gear, and essentially, we didn't know what to expect. They also had a Narc mech too, so there's some pretty dangerous combinations there. So anyway, we had a plan that could adjust. Something else that we've also I've seen is Team 2 putting a super long range mech up top of the hill, and just being very annoying.
Yeah.
Firing down.
Not doing a hell of a lot of damage, but more so just being a pest and suppressing and keeping an eye on the battlefield as well from up there. You can see pretty much the entire map.
Yep. Other things, you can have pretty aggressive pushes from Team 1 with like a mid-range deck. You can actually come in mid-range it. You can actually set a mech, get your mech into theta pretty easily, and pretty much you have like a left side control, and you're trying to push like almost like a control line or something, where the red team has to be contained on that right-hand side of that line. So you hold like a left cap. That's something that is possible to be done. The problem is that you get that, like, when I say problem, you just have to make sure you win the fight around these hills here, because it's pretty rough.
It can be if you don't sort of control them as much through that sort of corner. You don't come quickly enough through there too. You're a little bit sort of spread out or something. You can pay the price. We have seen teams do a little bit of brawl on this map over the years, and they get a bit strung out. You know, like some mechs are running a bit faster than others and that, and then you have some problems.
Yeah, I mean, I like Alpine Conquest. I think, yes, it is asymmetric. Maybe not Crimson Straight level asymmetric.
Yeah, Crimson's... I don't like that map. Yeah, Crimson's not good.
But I'll admit, Alpine is asymmetric in that is, like, yeah, the different playstyles. I think it's not too bad. And being drop 2, a lot of times drop, it really helps. If Alpine was drop 5, I don't think it would be very balanced at all. Or even drop 4. So I don't really think it should be in for Worlds. But for a drop 2, we're a bit lighter. I mean, those brawl striking options are far more viable. It makes it a bit more interesting.
All right. Teams are finally appearing on the map.
Also, since drop 1, I have been trying to eat the mic to keep it a bit louder for the guys, because I have been keeping an eye on chat too. So hopefully that helps.
Yeah, no,
I'll jump in the next cockpit.
I've had to muck around with the sound a bit. I've had some sound problems with this OBS and Discord. It's starting to give me the shit, to be honest.
Yeah, no worries.
But yeah.
All right, so a lot of medium laser, 2 duplicated medium laser wolfhounds for CXF plus a medium ice ferret. Lots of range. A DACA, triple ultra 2 on the dragon and on the Shadowhawk. Arctic Wolf ER larges meads. Okay, so basically a full ER large deck except for 3 fast medium laser mechs and 2 triple ultra 2 mechs.
Oh, interesting.
On the BTC side, Brawl Assassin. Oh, we've got some short range stuff here. Streak Huntsman.
Streak Huntsman, a medium pulse linebacker, and a Mad Dog Brawler. And oh, look at that, we've got a Rathnor. A wild Rathnor has appeared from ISRC. A very, very lovely dude from the AP community, very nice guy. Broston's now got an interesting build too with his Shadowhawk, right? It's got 2 AC5s.
Yeah, so it looks like they're going for a high DPS. It's a repeat.
This is a reversal almost.
The CXF strat against CXF. Whoa, here we go.
It's gonna be on.
So they're sending a assassin and a cheetah. Out of Gamma, yeah, I've seen that out of Gamma, and they're going to keep those lights busy. Those Crossfire lights actually have bailed. They've had to bail out of there, out of Gamma. They know that they can't actually control that. Now, of course, Live is in ER larges, so he's the only range mech for BTC. But this is the push time now. It's a lot of range to close in.
And Live is still a while away. Live is a while away from this fight right now too. But you know what? One BDC. They're
going at it.
Yeah, they can actually get across here fairly safely right now because the other guys aren't quite up on the hill yet. They're all running. Yeah, they're all running. Look at them.
The strike is going to be too late as well to hit the BTC mechs. Broston's got the high DPS from those AC5s across map as cover. The rest are going to close in, and BTC will get a massive cap lead. They don't actually have to close in.
No.
Are they going to continue this push or not?
You know what? You'd almost be pretty happy just to sit still at the moment, to be honest, and force the enemy to come to you. Yeah. Get that theta, cap that theta, guys. You need to turn that around right now.
Oh, even the Sig.
Yep.
Even the Sig. I mean, Broston could get that too if they want to go 4 cap.
Well, Live's coming in, so that's okay. Live looks like he'll have this covered up. But I'll tell you what, Crossfire have been pushed back into a corner that I don't think they're going to be able to get out of very easily right now, to be honest. There goes theta. Okay.
Well, there is a move they can do. They can, on the Crossfire side, swing high wide to the right over to Sigma high ground, and they can shoot down at the range. So BTC needs to watch out for that move. If that comes, then you rotate back to behind theta and just shield with a 3 cap. But I don't know if they're going to see that.
Well, they're going to see it. Well, they're going to see Stillwater now has seen these other guys, right? I'm just watching the Ice Ferret have a bit of a look, so he knows where they all are, and they're trying to stop that cap on Sigma, but even if they can just decap it, I mean, that's all you'd need to do right now. And you're going to really start raking in. really start raking in some caps. Yeah, look at, oh, Broston, I think, just got clipped by the airstrike there. But wisely, he's bailing out. There's too much, and then this is what Crossfire have definitely done, as you've sort of said. They have moved up a little bit around to the edges here. And that Arctic Wolf has actually got 2 ER large on it. That's interesting. Interesting choice.
Yeah, 2 ER at medium, so they've really gone the fast range strat, so they can swing out to those wide right lines if they need to. This is something that's quite a good option in their drop deck. So if they need to do wide lines, like we had a Panther, for example, with a bit of speed, you know, you can really work that Sigma side of the map. That Sigma side of the map really favors fast long range mechs.
So Crossfire have now spread out a little bit, as you sort of said. You know, they're using that hill, and I'm just sort of watching him spread out here. And Broston's in some trouble. He's got the Wolfhound.
He is. He's got 2 lights though with him.
Yep. If he can bait,
his left torso is 1 shot, and he's going to lose his weapon. Oh, he's XL anyway.
Oh, he's XL. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, he's XL. Probably.
And
the XL from
American and Ranger Dave are about to get in a bit of trouble here. I think I'm not sure.
They have higher DPS than their opponents, even though there's only 2 of them. They do have far more DPS. Ranger's going to go in for a fight. He might want to disengage.
No, you want, because there's 4 of them there now. So Paddock's here, and Wolfhound has also rode in on his little horse. And
now, hang on, can we BTC counter push onto the lights? Are we going to see a BTC counter push? I think so.
I hope so. We've got Live doing some work. Live is doing some long range work here on Stillwater, while Ranger Jave chases him away. Oh, and Paddock's is in trouble. Paddock's is definitely in trouble.
His left torso is 1 shot on Paddock's.
Well, there you go. Live should finish that off. Oh no, Hunter Club gets him anyway. That's okay.
Ranger is delaying like a boss here. He's just trying to keep these Crossfire mechs close to.
Rathnor is getting AC2 to death over here. He's just about done. I'm pretty certain he's lost a torso here. Oh wow, he's just about lost both of them. Oh shit, he's 1 touch. He can't do anything.
Stillwater's about to go down in the Ice Ferret. He's getting.
Stillwater's lost his leg, or is it the torso? I think it's a torso. Oh no, it's a leg. Oh wow. Oh okay, I just had a massive bunch of frame drops there. I don't know what happened.
Yep.
Oh, you got that too. Okay, cool. So Live is
now
trying to do some work over here, but in the meantime, Will has come around the back and nabbed Epsy. They now have 4 cap, and it's at 460 to 370. Now this is a problem for Crossfire.
Well, absolutely. I mean, they have the DPS advantage. Cap and Cat and Nico Doomguard have 6 Ultra 2s between them. They have the DPS to kill stuff, but they've sidelined themselves to only cover Sigma.
Yep.
They've lost control of literally every other cap in the game.
Will in the Assassin needs to go back. Oh, I suppose he's got Fuzzy here in the Wolfhound. He's kind of locked him down, but Will is getting ER larged from everywhere. He just needs to stay where he was and essentially keep control. And the 5th cap, get out. Oh wow.
At 540 on the clock, this is... I don't know if they can come back. I don't think this is an uncappable thing.
And Will is doing exactly what he needs to do. Delay them at Epsy. Just delay them. Keep them busy. Keep them fighting, you know? Like, oh, and he's got Koza.
Kill too.
Oh, he's got him down.
Oh,
Will goes down, but they got to cap out of it. So that is absolutely a good example right there of actually trading out a mech for the greater good. And the greater good is keeping that cap for an extra... What? Was it only 30 seconds, I reckon? Maybe more.
Oh, for sure.
That is amazing.
That's the thing. If Live stays alive, okay, or anyone in BTC, they will deny the bonus to Crossfire again. So I think on the BTC column, it's like, okay, turn whatever armor you have left to the bad guy for at least another probably 20 seconds, because that's all it is in the game.
This cap win is unrecoverable right now. I can't see how this is going to be done. Live is going to realise that Fuzzy... Now, see, Fuzzy is running around the back, and if Live turns around and realises, which he will, but he might not be able... No, he's not going to be able to turn around and stop Fuzzy, but Fuzzy's not going to be able to get to Kappa in time...
It doesn't matter.
...for this to matter. No, because they'll still have a 2 cap, with Theta being controlled.
Look at the percentages here. Mercury is so hurt.
Oh, yeah, they're all stuffed. Look at it, 36%, 45%, and even on the Crossfire side too... EK's at 43%, and EK's dead. Wow, speaking of the devil.
The question is the bonus. Is Crossfire going to get a bonus?
We've got a fight here, Daidachi and the Hellbringer here on TK. Can Daidachi get him?
Nikora is also on Hunter Club, and he is alive by the shred of health. Hunter Club is Cherry Red in the Huntsman, and the other guy, Mercurin, is absolutely wrecked too. Cherry Red leg.
Oh, one
5
leg.
is crit CT.
Fuck. Bloody hell. We've seen some match tonight. One BTC have brought it tonight. Good Lord. Right, run through the damage numbers, mate, while I set the board up.
Yeah, no worries. So, Daichi, linebacker, F39. Excellent work there. Rafnor, he led those charges, put the position up, put 0 on the board for damage, but I mean, like, the positional, getting that 4 cap, like, that is aggressive play, and that was an awesome strat from one BTC to get that. On CXF side, TK7 in the Hellbringer getting 643. Big numbers out of EXK as well, 407 in the Hunchback. The Dakamex, I was expecting the Shadowhawk and Dragon to do a bit more, but they still did a respectable 258 and 396. So the high DPS of that, I think, was countered by the positioning, really. BGC pushed forward as far as they needed to, got the caps they needed, and then got into the cover they needed to.
And like you said, Rathnor did die with no damage, but it was the pressure of that brawler forced them all to move right back really damn quickly. At the early stage. So I'll flick over to the map tactic. Wowee, run us through this one. Wow, that was good.
So pretty much red lines going for BTC. We did have an early cap in and out of these lights here. They kind of went up, back, mill around, and then some up here. Sigma was, I think, the key point cap of this match. In that it was fought over a few times, and I just like the way that BGC moved to India 7 hidey hole to the right side of Theta there.
Yep.
It cost them a Shadowhawk. I mean, look, it happens, but it cost them a Mad Dog. But like honestly, on Conquest on such a big map, even though the points are relatively close together for its size, that runaway cap was just just huge.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, Mad Dog, maybe not necessarily the best choice, but just for the speed of it, I guess, you know, when you got like a linebacker, which is a lot quicker. Okay, packs a little bit less punch, but that map control was excellent then. Really well done. And maybe the Crossfire guys should have gone back to Gamma, you know, sort of, maybe about midway through that sort of fight. That might have made things a little bit easier towards the end, but yeah, no, wowee, that was bloody good.
Well, there is something I will focus on, is that there was a split. Okay, so there was a CXF maneuver to a fight here. The 2 lights from BTC came back to their medium, to their heavier group, and in this time the CXF big mechs didn't move up enough. So I'm going to wipe the map real quick.
Yep.
Because
there was 4 mechs there from CXF in that K8, say K5 region. There were 4 of them to 2 one BTC guys.
I think a maneuver like this, where the heavier mechs turn in early, the lighter mechs push on, and then basically a firing line converge or something, like basically try and create a concave for the brawling mechs that were there, would have been a bit stronger, because that time, in the time that the CXF heavies and mediums were kind of trading with live a little bit and basically controlling Eps and Sigma, although that's not where the fight was. The fight was actually in those lights mids going from Sigma to Theta. And that's when BTC really pulled the game in their favor on kills as well as caps, because they had a a kill lead as well.
And going around the back of Epsi too, again pulling another mech out of the fight. From drawing 2 mechs, actually. It was 2 mechs, and then one BTC getting that kill at Epsilon as well. That was again another really good good little piece of play there, sacrificing that mech. That was, again, excellent, really well done. What you want to be doing. Wow, that was good. That was really good. I'm hoping you viewers are had some fun watching that one. That was a really good drop. Some great games tonight so far, and probably shaping up for the next 3 to be just as bloody good. So right, it is giveaway time. I need to do this now, provided this silly tool thing appears. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to appear or not.
Yeah, you make it work.
Oh, make it work. Oh, there we go. Sometimes it just takes a little while. So make sure you're active in the chat at all times, and you'll be able to go into the lovely drops here. So I need to boot myself out. Where am I? Are you in the Twitch as well? Oh, yeah, you are. Yeah, right.
Oh, probably.
You're out. I'm out. And where's Moobot? He needs to Be sent packing.
Did Moobot win? Are you kidding me?
No. I kicked it out. It's okay. So this one is for what it was first cab off the rank. 24 hours of premium time. I think these codes are working. I hope I got some spare codes. I think I got one left. We'll see. So if I give you a code and it doesn't work, I'll get you another one during the week.
Wait. Oh, you're talking to the stream.
Yes. Not to you. I'm not giving you a code for premium time.
Dang it.
Alright, the winner is... Monty! Well done, mate. Well done.
Monty!
Well done, Monty. Yeah. Well done on winning that one. So what, I'll just quickly... these guys are getting ready. I'm going to go back to... the next bunch of maps, which is drop 3, Frozen City Conquest. Yeah. So Frozen City Conquest is a commander assassination mission. There are no lights, 3 mediums, 4 heavies, and 1 assault. The 1 assault mech must be a 100-ton commander mech, hence the commander assassination drop. It needs to be an Atlas Direwolf or a King Crab. The bonus being in this drop is that you're destroying the commander and commander survives. So, you know, if you kill the other guys and you keep yours alive, then you get some lovely little bonus points to put into your little kitty bag. Now, 1 BTC are already sitting at 650 rep to Crossfire's 200. So yeah, Crossfire not getting that extra rep bonus even in a loss for killing an extra mech, unfortunately. So... Well, I'm going to quickly go to map straight because these guys are nearly ready. Very, very quick rundown. What are we going to see?
I'll talk us through what happened last time. Well, last time this is what happened. Pretty much we had BGC set up a bunch of trade mechs here. The King Crab was over here.
Yep.
They pushed in to a CXF firing
line
thing. And look, there was a no brakes linebacker push over the old saddle into behind dropship. But honestly, it was a bit too little too late. We had a Grasshopper, I think, Live lost a lot of his weapons before in Delta 5.
Yeah.
The King Crab
Live was dead. Live died in Delta 5, I think, mate. Yeah.
Assassin. Yeah. So, CXF did win that one, and in quite convincing fashion, I think. There was a bit, I think it was 8-1, I think.
I think it was, yeah. It was a decisive win for Crossfire on that one. Absolutely. Very decisive, yeah.
8-0, 8-1, something like that. Yeah, so the assassin assassinated the King Crab up the right there, or it was some other fast medium anyway.
Yep.
And the push was a little bit disjointed, a little bit late in that they had taken a bit of damage first. Also, I will note that in the early game, XF had a pretty close firing line to Theta, whereas BTC were further back. So despite Team 1 having better Theta control inherently, CXF was able to gain Theta by being a bit more forward on their caps. Although in the end game, I would say that in the end game, that's when we had the assassins from BTC almost snagged a victory. It was like 714 points or something.
Yes, you're right. It was very close. Capped. But their assassin was, where is he, like Hotel 3? Like, he was too far away to, he was probably 400 meters away, you know? Yep, that is exactly right.
What I discussed then, and I'll re-mention it now, is, and this is something Wilton did on Alpine. He definitely did it this week, absolutely perfectly. He went to a cap point, and he died on it.
Yep, he did what he didn't do last week, and that's I think 2 weeks ago. But you know, that's what it is, you know. In a loss, losses suck and shit like that. But you look at it and go, okay, what do we do wrong, and how are we going to fix it next week? And we're going to come back and one BTC, man, they have brought this shit tonight, mate. They have brought it. It's good to see. It's really, really good. Really good games so far. Look, these guys are just about locked in their lances, and there's a bit of a tonnage discrepancy here, actually. So 525 for Crossfire and only 500 for one BTC. So I reckon one BTC are going to be a little bit quicker. You know, pseudo lights, you know, sort of maybe ice ferrets or something like that, or linebackers as heavies. Maybe we'll see another brawl. Oh, that'd be right. That'd be good if they pull the brawl off this time.
25 tons on a drop 3 is interesting because, like, a lot of the options you want are usually around the 70 for range. That is around the 70, maybe 65 occasionally. If you can bring Nike, it's still legit. So
Oh, Nike is still awesome mech. Very good mech, even despite repeated nerfs.
If you wanna... I mean, I'm a big fan, to be honest. But let's have a look at what they're running first. I'm going to go jump in the views. So, Crossfire, Hellbringer, Nike, Hellbringer, Direwolf, Ice Ferret, Summoner, Shadowhawk 2H, Hunter 2C8. That is a range deck with only one fast medium. That's one Ice Ferret. The Shadowhawk and Hunter are slow. So, Crossfire has one fast medium.
Ooh,
so that's been interesting to... Yeah.
And they've got a Direwolf! Oh!
Yeah, they're going firepower. They are going range firepower. I haven't built yet, but that drop deck just screams range firepower.
Yeah.
So let's have a look what they're actually running.
So 1 BTC, we've got an EBJ, which will be Laser Vom. Without looking at it, I know that. Hunchback 2CA, Assassin, Grasshopper 5P for Rathnor, very good at long range. Warhammer 6D for Daidachi, Assassins again, and Ranger Dave in King Crab, which I believe is going to be Gauss ER Large, but let me just click on it. When I do click on it, yeah, Gauss ER Large, very popular build. What we've got for Daidachi. Oh, ER Large.
So you know, the Direwolf on the other side is 6 Ultra 5s. Okay. So, although Crossfire has brought very much a blue laser deck with a bit of Gauss in there, and they have got 3 Ultra 2s on the Shadowhawk and 6 Ultra 5s on the Direwolf, so they do have high DPS in case of a push, I believe.
Yep, but with, that's why the Hunter Club's there and EBJ, Laser Vom for 1 BTC as well.
Aggressive movement. Ooh. BTC going up the right-hand side. They're not going to stay on their own side. They're going to come up on to the right-hand side. Use that mid-range. And that makes sense. That drop tech isn't really extreme range. They have a bit more mid. So they're going to come up to the right and push that in.
I know having played with these guys before, you know, Rathnor and Daidachi and stuff for a few seasons, that'll be why that EBJ is in there with a bunch of other ER large mechs, is just to be able to do a bit more support when you need to.
Yeah, now the Assassins for BTC going back into the caves, I am very confused at that. But anyway, I still would in the Ice Ferret going to come across, maybe make a play for Kappa.
He's kind of got to. He's kind of got to.
Tunnel players.
So okay, so
yeah, I mean, like.
So Crossfire are rotating around. What the hell is going on over here? 1 BTC are not really doing much at all over where they are, and we can see Rathnor's just sort of having a bit of a stare into the bloody blue yonder. I'm not entirely sure what's happening just yet. The guys are positioning, but it's not exactly obvious what they're trying to achieve from both sides.
The assassin movement here, I am very confused at the play here. I'm not sure if they're trying some weird Sigma bait ambush of the Ice Ferret. I don't really know.
Oh, you know what they're doing? They're going back into the same bloody spot out the back corner like they did last game. What are they doing? Oh, Jesus, guys.
Cap point.
I want to say what the F. Anyway, literally, what the F.
But hang on a second. Despite that weird movement, BTC will get a 3 cap because the Hellbringer is going to move up onto Gamma.
Yep.
And that will actually be a 3 cap. Now, Sigma is going to be open wide to the mediums of CXF, so it will probably be a 3 cap again.
These assassins, jeebus, mate.
Crossfire.
I really don't want to say the F word on the stream, but I'm getting frustrated. I'll use that F word. I am frustrated at this assassin movement. Now, Clan ER Large versus IS ER Large. Interesting choice. You can LFE. Oh, geez. Daidachi taking a good, what is that, 8, 9, 12% of damage there in that trade. That was not ideal. What do you think, trading mech-wise, considering that's probably what's going to be happening for the next couple of minutes? Nike, with the super quirks, is maybe the mech I would have been bringing rather than IS mechs, personally.
Like your C?
The C, yeah, with the 10...
range, yep.
Is it 10% range, I think, isn't it?
10%? No, you think it's 10, yeah. Yeah, like you see, 4 large 1 Gauss is traditional build on that one.
Oh, look at this. Someone's shotgun fist here. He's had his head opened up. Someone's actually landed a headshot on him. Wowee.
Do it again.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you could always do it a second time. And I'll tell you what, it's already yellow. If you land a decent one on there, he just about dropped. Okay, so there's just a bit more tradey going on over here.
Yeah.
And Crossfire got the cap advantage right now. That's 4 caps.
This is a spawn trade, and it just reminds me of the previous weeks where there was CXF had this high left side here, and BGC didn't have the builds to really do pure trade. I don't think they were aiming to trade like this. I know they have a few trade mechs. They do have I know they have some ER large stuff, but they don't have the same commitment to the trade drop deck Like they have mid-range stuff, they have double assassin, etc. So
well, these guys over here on the left seem to be holding this left-hand side. So with that Rathnor Daidachi and that, sort of kind of trying to lock that left-hand corner down. And you got a little bit of a gangbang going on over here at Gamma from 1BTC. I'm not sure why they're having a really close little party. They're not really doing anything at the moment. They're kind of just sort of sitting and chilling.
Honestly, given this opening, and I would be pretty much trying to communicate to the teammates here, like, okay, Assassins, do you have a line to get down there? And Assassins say, well, can you guys cover us? And I think BGC could cover this. They have an EBJ King Crab on the right side, and they're not getting excessively hurt too much. So I would say, Assassins, just get down there. Like, get that data cap and force CXF to actually move.
One issue here is though, right, is that the 1BTC trade mechs, like the ER large. Oh shit! Rathnor just got absolutely punished by a strike. Oh yeah. All their trade ER large mechs are on the left-hand side. There's nothing on the right to keep the crossfire guys on that right-hand side pinned from that right. You know, like one of the Hunchback 2C really should be over Gamma, I reckon, just to give a bit more crossfire. You know, I go on crossfire.
Yeah, good pun.
Oh, it's terrible.
They're shifting to their left, so to the southern side of the map.
Here come the Assassins, doing another 4,000 kilometers.
Yeah. If you buy any use Assassins from these guys, remember that their odometers may or may not be fudged, so...
yeah, don't buy any Assassins from 1BTC, boys. They've some high kilometer model.
Had extra kilometers on them.
Yeah, exactly right.
As far as trades go, although BC do have a couple light mechs, Daidachi and Rathnor a bit hurt there, Shotgun Fist, TK7, they're down in the 60s as well. I think trades are pretty even. Oh,
Captain Cat just got hit with a strike then. No, I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. They got a good 10%, I think.
Now he's either got an ultra jammed or crit there, because he only has two that I can see from the clicking menu.
I think he's jammed.
I'll click him again.
No, he's gone back to three. Yeah, he was just a jam. Yep. But he's pretty open too.
Rathnor pushing up. Rathnor, why? This isn't your Mad Dog. What are you doing? And here
dear.
he goes. Rathnor is just going to lead a push here. This is a move. The Assassins are going around the back. I mean...
Yeah, they know. 1BDC know that they're not... look at the caps, man. It's 600 to 300. It's almost kind of a reverse of last game. So, yeah. 1BDC, though, they've left this movement a little bit too late, actually, to be honest. They probably should have done it maybe at the 550 cap mark. Would have been a little bit better.
Sure,
they would have had a few more hit points, too.
They could have done it when the Assassins came out of the tunnel right at the start, actually.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well, the Nab Theta back... It's not going to be enough.
They need 4 cap now.
But the Assassins are... come on, Assassins, work together, please. Please work together. Please. But they've got the attention. They've got 4 mechs from Crossfire coming over now. The 2 Assassins have definitely... If the job was to be a distraction, they are doing that very, very well. The rest of the team is moving up here through the center, though. But look, we've got Freerider, Daidachi, and Hunter all open. I mean, EXK is going to get caught if he sticks around there too long.
Now, there is something BGC can do still. They can hide Ranger Dave's King Crab, and so they don't get the bonus.
Yep, good.
If Ranger Dave lives, well, BGC will still keep their commander alive. So that's something they can do, because the game's going to be over in about 12 seconds.
Yep, so, you would definitely be doing that. Keep that mech alive.
EXK might try to find him, but I don't think he has the armor to take him out.
No, I don't think so either.
Wait, where's the direwolf at?
I don't know.
97%.
Oh, he's
in the middle of his team, surrounded by the fight. So
he's just sitting there, and he's not dying.
He's got all directions. He's safe.
Yep. And there we go.
And in fact, the funny thing is that the 2 assaults are actually very close to each other right now. Can see each other though.
I can't even find the... Oh, yeah, the Ranger Dave just over there. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, King Crab's low ground dropship. So let's look at the damages real quick. Oof. Oh, EXK, the PPC Summoner, 789. I think he got some good strikes in there too. Yeah. Like on Rathnor, for example.
I think that might well have been... Rathnor got hurt. Yeah. He got hurt real bad from that one.
I mean, Rathnor still topped his team at 384, even though he did a yellow push there. So he got a bunch of trading done. He actually was one of the leading traders of that trade skirmish earlier. But yeah, the Assassins coming in did a little bit of damage. I think it was a bit too late, and the spread I think was a bit stronger on that CXF side. Definitely getting getting 4 kills out of that, and a lot more damage down range. But honestly, I think the biggest thing was the cap control and positioning. So the fight slightly CXF favor, and they deserve that solid win. But positioning's really, I think, what secured that victory.
Well, speaking of, we just flicked over to the map strat. If you want to do a little quick sort of rundown. So I reckon these guys will be into the next drop pretty quickly. I think we'll see, but yeah.
Yep, let's do it. Okay, the assassins did this maneuver. And this is they went this way, and then something like that. They came. That's basically the whole path. So that they did. CXF came with the main force setup here. The Ice Ferret came over here, came back around, counter-capped, and then joined the line. And so you basically had the CXF trade line set up. BTC had a staging point here for their big guys. And, you know, they sent the Harbinger up to cap. The other Harbinger came up to cap here. This is not chronological. The assassin movements obviously took a lot longer than the main force movement.
Yep.
And then they actually spread out. They got their King Crab up to about here near this building. And then they ended up bringing it back again. And the push vector they came through was about here somewhere. Was their final push vector. With the assassin play, well, one assassin went down here again.
Yeah. One went up through, I think, G5. There's like a little ramp there in G5. I think it sort of came up in through there, yeah.
And honestly, at that point, it was a bit too little, too late. Like, there's a lot of damage done in this transition here. Rafnor died there, and but to be honest, that's not even really the main point. I think the main point is the timing and cap control. Like, to me, the firing in that was was definitely a big aspect of the game. But honestly, which caps were capped when and which were controlled when was the most instrumental thing.
So they did a very good job of it really good job of it last drop, but they kind of, one BDC dropped the ball and Crossfire actually picked it up exceptionally well this time around.
Yeah, and Crossfire did that spawn trade, you know, that they saw what was happening, because I'll spot the map real quick. If you have an ER large deck set up here, roughly, and you have a mid-range deck bearing down on you, and you see a double cap with like some assassins or something, this move is really scary. If the assassins come up this way and just do a corner, you know, they don't have to finish you off, because they already have 4 caps. So essentially, you have a mid-range firing line of Doom. Yeah, you can have a mid-range firing line of Doom here with 4 caps or something like that, or 3 caps with 1 contested because of a light fight. But the point is that that's one option. The other thing BTC could have done was they could have just parked their assassins here the whole match, and then only ran into the thing once the Ice Ferret appeared, right? And then ran. Let's say the Ice Ferret had friends, so they could actually have Kappa alive for longer, force the Ice Ferret to D2 at a SIG, or even if they were pushed off Kappa, they could just go to SIG and then stay there for a while.
The other thing as well,
pretty much
right?
Keep a 3 cap.
The Crossfire guys were kind of a little bit slow moving from Delta 4 to Echo 4. That actually spread out quite a bit. You know, kind of going across 1 or 2 mechs at a time rather than sort of moving the force really, really quickly. If Crossfire had have picked up on that, and if the Assassins kind of did stick around a little bit longer, rather than sort of keep moving up through that Fox 7, E7, and bring their mid-range laser bomb, they could have just cut back through G6 to essentially the dropship in Fox 5 and really use their mid-range laser against the ERLs, and you know what, could have caused quite a bit of bloody problems, especially with 2 assassins lurking in there, and the Crossfire guys lagging just a little bit. They wouldn't have been able to respond to that very well, I don't think.
Yeah, I think it was a good match. Like, well
great game
and everything. It's just this one, you know, thing for more feedback, because BDC have been awesome responding to their previous match. Like, they've really come across so strong. Is your assassin play? Watch a lot of watch a bunch of other matches and really consider, is this position going to help cap control? Is it going to help pick up some kills? What's it actually going to help with? And if you don't see value in that move, like for example, Hotel 3 doesn't really give you value. Maybe if you want to try to survive late game to keep the kill count up, whatever, or, you know, that's a different story, I guess, because I guess it provides cover in a way. But when the early game, mid game, even when the caps are on the line, you got to keep that engagement going, and don't be afraid to run across a mid range. Like, don't be afraid to run across here. You don't need to run this wide. You know, if you run this way with a bit JJ taps, you probably won't get nailed. Like,
Not,
think
you might
about
get
it,
a bit
they're running ER larges.
a little bit of tickle damage, and that's about it, really. I mean, okay, you're
Yeah,
losing
you
1 or 2%, but you're saving nearly a minute. Nearly a minute, I reckon, it would have taken extra for the mechs to run all the way around that hotel line.
Yeah.
Which is a long time. That is actually a lot in a game like that when you want a cap control. Taking a minute to walk across the map from one position to another is quite exceptional amount of time actually kind of been lost. So now let's go back to the pre-drop screen, because now we have drop 4, right? These guys are getting set up.
Loading up right now.
Yep. So we're on to Crimson Straight Conquest, one of the most, oh my god, maps in rotation. It is 2 lights, 2 mediums, 2 heavies, and 2 assaults. Max of any 1 chassis, 1 duplicate allowed again, and the bonus in this one, being drop 4, is destroy heavy and assault mechs. So don't need to worry about the lights and the mediums so much. It's more about the assaults and heavy mechs. So yeah, look, Crimson is one of those frustrating maps for a lot of teams, and it is very, very hard to play well, because these guys are nearly ready. I'll maybe do a really, really quick sort of map strat, but I mean, a lot of our viewers here, seeing the names in the chat, will kind of know what we're about to say, if I'm a betting man.
There's probably some new ones too, so let's go through it anyway. So, Team 1 will have a Gamma pretty easily. They get Theta early. It is something they do get pretty early. They do have a faster run to EPS. The problem is that, and this is the reason this map is unlikely to be played in WC anytime soon, is that Team 2 get these 2 caps out too easily, and they get lines onto Theta, a very strong line onto Theta. In fact, if you actually take water,
all the lines, like, pretty much.
Yeah, like 3 lines onto Theta. And they do have partial lines. There's like a little saddle. There's actually a little saddle in here.
Yep.
Of the hills, and you can actually get lines through EPS there. And if Team 2 controls, this zone here, the EPS data control this being Kappa. Okay, Kappa can be snuck through the saddle pretty easily.
It can.
But you get shot still. Like you don't do it without getting at least seen. At very least, you get spotted. So it's unlikely that you can sneak Sigma against an astute team. So with Team 1, you basically have to decide. I'm just going to draw in this basically a movable terrain.
Yeah, that big, lovely, dirty mountain.
Yeah, and then you kind of got like,
Yep.
Whatever.
Actually, D5 is also a good spot from Team 1 as well. There's a couple little ridges you can put, some sort of ER large jump jetty mech like Shadowcats, PPCs and stuff too, to do a little bit of reverse sort of control. But again, you are looking generally at 2 or 3 guys that are sitting on that on the island in E4. They're looking at you. 3 mechs looking at you with only 1 looking back is not necessarily a good way to be.
Well, something you can do as Team 1 is if you set someone closest to Theta, you can kind of close range deny them. Just got to be. The issue is though, is if you over peak at all, you can get drilled, and the feet can be seen below the buildings. In D4, if you get shot in the leg, isn't quick play or anything. That's what's happening. Like I really think in Crimson Straight, you guys should have a look at the buildings. You can see under them. They're on stilts. They're Queenslanders.
They're flood protection.
Anyway. Yeah, flood protection. I mean, it's coastal. It's literally a strait. The sea is crimson. It's not nice water. You don't want to get in your house if it floods. So that's fair. But I would say you probably see more of that left side control. If you want to do a control strat, there are options where you can just go to the tip and just push, or even just push across here. Like there's options you can push from Team 1.
Yep.
If you really want to brawl,
and you've got to be quick brawl though. You can't be slow brawl. You've got to be moving at a little bit of rate, because generally what you're fighting against from Team 2 is clan mechs with the ER PPCs and or ER large, and they're pretty fast, so they can reposition reasonably easily.
Now, I have seen some recordings. I do go through occasionally some of the MRBC recordings. I have seen some brawl strats over saddle.
As have I. Yes.
It's gutsy. The problem is if they have high DPS and they cut you down, because there's this from here to here. This is a long way. It's about like 700.
Oh, I think it's even longer than that. I think it's nearly 800-900 to be
even
honest.
Longer?
Yeah.
I was saying, well, I'd say you get to zigzag a bit through the platform buildings. I'm kind of being a bit generous there.
Yep, true.
And you can do a drop down to get to the boat and whatever. But anyway, I'm interested to see if BGC now they have Team 2, because last time they played, their team won. They had the tougher side, in my view, so they've teamed to this time. I want to see what they can do with it.
Ooh, matches up, and 1BDC are a little bit lighter again, just to note there on the tonnage. So I think it's about 15-20 tons, which this drop isn't so much of a problem, because you've got assaults and stuff, you know, that could be the difference between one mech, you know, 100 tonner down to a 80 tonner or something similar like that. But yeah, it could be a little bit quicker.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see what happens here. I'm interested. On BTC, what are they going to do and how are they going to pull it up?
Well, this is a 2-2-2-2 drop, so 2 of each weight class, very even on that. And so you have to fit 2 assaults in somewhere, and that's really slows your drop tech down. And I'm interested to see which ones they pick, because you know the Annihilators have been extremely strong for a lot of teams. A lot of teams using them heaps. Mad Cats, of course, again. Mad Cats and Annihilators featuring for the first time in comp, because they're both camped for C-bills in the last few months. So 2 of the strongest assaults in comp are quite new to the scene. So let's see what they brought. Ooh, on BTC, doubling the Supernovas. That's a large control deck if I ever saw one, with a hovering and a Nike. That is range.
That is big range. I'm just clicking on their mechs at the moment. Oh, actually, no, hang on. One of the Supernovas is only 4 ER large, 4 medium pulse. So not terrible. Nike
that'd probably be a big target computer. Yeah.
Oh, Rathnor's with a 6 ER large though.
Yeah, now looking at the CXF mechs, DPS Brawl, with a few large mechs. Actually mixed. They have some DPS, some Brawl, and they have a Pop-Tart Summoner as well, which is actually a hard counter to a lot of those trade mechs.
Oh,
so
wow, 5 Ultra 5 Annies.
Yeah. They duplicated those. So I'm going to look at BTC. They have machine gun cheaters and a lot of ER large mechs. Trade's going to be happening right now.
So we've got 2 ER
large. Huntsman, Hunter Club.
4 ER mediums. Okay, interesting.
Hunter Club with that Streak Huntsman is going to be warding off any counter light play there.
So just do a little bit of
Mercurin is allowed to get Ato here.
That is very interesting, letting him do that. That's a little bit dangerous, I reckon, for Crossfire.
It's actually, well, that's right for Crossfire, because usually you would send
no, he doesn't.
One of your mediums.
He didn't.
Well,
he was unable to flip it, which would have been nice.
That's true, but they needed it, so I mean,
true.
It's still not a bad move.
Yeah, I know. If he was able to flip that actually, and put maybe half a bar or a quarter of a bar into it, would have been really handy for 1BTC.
He might yet do it. The four light mids for BTC have all grouped up near Kappa. Are they going to do the Gamma Cap and leave their assaults on the island against the Brawl deck? Oh!
Shit, eh?
I'm concerned.
Yeah.
This is a Brawl deck. The enemy's running high DPS.
Have they realised? Have they realised though? What? Oh. I'm not sure that 1BTC know.
Well,
the Annies are there.
The only mechs are seeing a laser.
Yep. Oh, the Annies are out now.
The Annies have appeared.
And the Cuttlebot is not going to be peeking that hill anymore. He does that again, he's going to be in some serious trouble. Is he going to get striked?
BTC, that light means need to push the data. No. They need to. If BTC gets data with their fast mechs, this is good for them. But if they just stay on Kappa, the assassin cheater combo from CXF going to swing on the left side.
They're coming. Crossfire are coming. 1BTC are not aware of what's going on. Dude.
Hunter Club's coming back, which is good. This is actually really good. Hunter Club, that 6 Huntsman coming back is going to help. But Rafnor is.
Oh no, they know Fuzzy's there. They know the Fuzzy over the back here, because someone just fling a Gauss around at him. Live knows that they're there, so that's very good for 1BTC at the moment.
Well, the thing is, because they backed up, because of the lights, the Annihilators get a free walk across the water.
Yeah.
And yes, BGC have got Theta back, and they should dive the Annihilators. The strike goes down. Oh, that strike is right on the lights.
She was.
Oh man, we have 2 sets of lights.
Yeah, the Annie's having free reign to cross here and get in range is not going to end well for Free Rider. He is about to go from 78% to dead. Look at that. Here it goes. Free Rider he's about to get wrecked. The Annies have seen him.
Not the tree. The tree is countering him.
Oh, he's kind of got on the he's got lucky. But
I mean, not that lucky.
He's done now. Yeah. No, so the Annies are in range. So I'm having a look over here. The lights are not...
The light's going to dive?
The lights are not capitalizing. They're capping. They're still capping.
I mean, if they actually did cap quickly, but here, Merker and Broston aren't really getting much value.
Ooh, one of the Annies is nearly done. She's... Shimozu is just about on a torso. He's down to 3 Ultra 5, so I'm not sure if there's jams in there or one's been taken out. Now, Rathnall's gone. But he's overheated.
Rathnall's gone. Hunter may take out Fuzzy, though, because Fuzzy is pretty hurt, and that Streak Mech is in there.
Should. You'd hope so. No, it's not. I don't think that's going to happen. Now, Cuttlebot overheated.
Laser is... Yep.
Yeah, now they're onto live.
For BTC.
No, it's not looking very good for one BTC at all right now. Not at all.
At this point, this is cap game. Broston, go get Gamma.
Yep.
This is cap game now.
Yep, this is definitely all cap. The fight is lost. It is absolutely lost.
And Cuttlebot needs to go and fight Fuzzy. Actually, just try. Look. Fuzzy and Cuttlebot are fighting parallel. They look like they're both working together, the same team, but they're actually shooting.
Yeah, I know, right?
The same furball.
Cuttlebot, just go finish him off.
Get him! He's hurt!
Come on, Cuttlebot, just go finish him. And take out their light mech. That's what you need to be doing, mate. He's very much unaware. Yeah, Cuttle, mate, you're unaware. Yep. He's just a little bit unaware of what's going on here. One light...
Captain Cat fighting each other.
If Cuttle takes...
If he's been disconnected, no.
If Cuttle takes his Fuzzy out, one of their lights, the one BTC lights could actually pull the game back. In terms of a cap war, at least anyway, and at least control 2 caps. Oh, he's realised.
Yeah, I mean...
He's realised, but I think he's...
Cuttle versus Fuzzy 1v1 is going on right now. This is a bit of a difficult fight.
Yeah.
I don't think Cuttle was going to win this one.
No, he's
tricky.
One touch CT now. One touch CT.
He's getting out-turned pretty hard here.
Yep. And
there goes Daidachi.
Oh, Daidachi went down. I didn't see what happened over there. Oh, so hang on. Fuzzy's bailed on Cuttlebot. Oh no, well, Shimo's one shot with those ultras. Yeah, finishing off a very, very weak CT. And what is it? Broston is about...
I'm not really sure. Broston hasn't moved from Theta for a 5 whole minutes, so I actually thought he may have got disconnected, but anyway.
Oh no, he was still moving. He was still moving a little bit back and forth. I was having a bit of a look, but not... With the lasers, he was kind of trading with a summoner probably at max range for him, and which is
ER mead or is he regular mead? Is he trading?
He was. I think he's ER.
Oh, 1 ER large, 4 ER meads, 1 AMS. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, 5 cap for CXF now. This is runaway cap victory, and I don't think they can kill both Assault and Heavies. They could pick off an Annihilator. Maybe if what's his name? Mercury can come in. He can probably pick off Shimozu to get a kill.
33%, one shot on the CT for Mercury. I'm not sure. Could be possible. Could be.
He's got 3 machine guns. You know, they're magic.
Yep. Oh yeah, the magic weapon. Absolutely. That would definitely take the Annie down. I mean, he hasn't got enough structure left when it's a nice deep shade of orange there.
Oh man, but look, honestly, this match, CXF played very, very well. Like,
they did.
Like they formed up to push the mechs they needed to. Their light and medium play was good. It was solid. They provided enough aggression to on that far side of the island to force the BTC mechs back into the water. Gave an opening for Niles to come up. And if I say anything, these last 2 drops, the light and medium play has been exceptional for CXF, and just where BTC needs to do a bit more work, I think. That light, medium play and positioning just need a bit more experience in the seat there for them to really help capitalize.
Well, see, one BTC's first 2 drops, they were doing very, very well at that, and it's kind of they've fallen a little bit apart. Maybe they started the celebrations early. After drop 2, you know, they cracked all the cans and said, well, it's on now. We're done. We're going to secure the wins. But the next 2 drops have been a little bit in favour of the other side. Damage numbers.
It's an 8-0 with bonus denial as well. So CXF clean that one. 4 kills for Nakoro there. And top damage coming out of Captain Cat in the medium, the Hunchback, who's did a lot of early trades. And I'd say got some really good strikes off because on that saddle of the island. So on BC side live, throwing with 485 damage, just doing quite well there, to be honest. and the summoners getting taken out pretty quick once those Annihilators closed in. Dadachi's assassin for the donut.
The big fat donut.
Quite a few opportunistic shots there. Yep. And a very, very solid drop from CXF. So well done, guys.
All right.
And it's 2-all.
It is 2-all. A little bit of a map rundown. What do you reckon?
Yep, rightio. So, BTC had, their 4 ranged mechs stationed around here. They kind of brought, little mechs that came back to Kappa, and they stationed around Kappa for a long time. Looked at going over here. I'm really glad they didn't, because at that time we had a movement. Well, it was more this way, really. That's a light movement. That's the lower line of Doom. This is the CXF Doom blob, over here, and Cap and Cat on the tip of that.
It's like
there.
This almost looks like a Death Star. It's nice and round.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's pretty dangerous.
Oh yeah, shit yeah.
Up here. Now, the lights and mediums, I'm going to use different colors. Purple for CXF light medium move. Came up here, got some nice little shots in here, and forced BTC to roll backwards and into this zone. So mid-game positioning was BTC was kind of back here. Rafnor was up in the island still. Lights basically harassing here. Big mechs coming up into here, getting shots. So aggressive play here. Essentially, CXF controlling EPS, controlling Gamma. These 2 points were still red, but the problem is, and the biggest problem is, that between these points, the lights and mediums, literally half of the BTC side was extremely stagnant.
They were in the wrong side of the map too. Like they should have been able to see from up high at Kappa that the main and bulk of their force was in Delta 3 around Epsi. At that point, they should have immediately returned back to the team, and if they fended those lights off, basically being distractions on that Fox 3 corner early, which then allowed the Annies to cross essentially without challenge. If their mediums and lights were sort of back in Fox 3, the other heavies and assaults could have moved into the sort of Fox 4, Fox 5 into the water a little bit more and really, really punish those slow meandering annihilators coming across the water, but it didn't happen. That's probably where the game was lost right there, I reckon.
Yeah, so for example, they were found on Theta. They had some other lights and mediums. In the Huntsman came back. And that 6 Huntsman needed to come back. That was good. That was a good call. I think that was strong. But just the stagnation of the Assassin and the 2 lights, they really didn't get much value out of them. Like, an option, so there's some options they could have done. Okay, so in BTC, you're set up on the island, that's fine. They had a mech in the saddle, and they can see that this push is coming. They see them forming up there, and particularly when you see heavy mechs, and if you stack annihilators, if you see one shell from an annihilator up there, they've committed literally hundreds of tons to that peninsula. You know that push is next. Okay, that is just the obvious thing they're going to do. Because if they stay, CXF can't stay there. You could always go here, and then you can send whatever. There's a push coming. If that push is coming, you can either send your fast mechs either this direction, or honestly, just cut across. Just get in there. Really, don't even go that. Don't even go that far. Just cut across, get in the backs, and nail them in the backs. At the same time, you send your supernovas out into the water. Echelon right, and just shoot up the line.
Yep. Just
at the same time,
out the water.
The sacrifice, simultaneous, and cut that thing off. Now, if your lights and mids already have gone up to Theta, if they're already on Theta here, okay, if they're already here, because they should have been very early in the game, then to do that move, it's only like 1 grid square.
Yeah, it's not
to
400
go
meters.
into the water, it's only half a grid square. So you can go from unengaged cap control to counter push in about 20 seconds.
Oh, if that...
And I think...
If that really, I mean, especially if you're on it, maybe the better decision, rather than having a Hellbringer in E3, was maybe using a Summoner, perhaps, a bit more of a Pop-Tarter, so he needs to expose less, because I think, I can't remember who was up on that hill in the Hellbringer, did eat a good 10% of damage, just sort of peeking over that Delta 3 just to see what was going on, and then you got rightly punished for it.
Well, see, okay, so the Summoner is an interesting place this season. Pop-tarting is good to have. It counts as static trade. It can really do well against Islands mechs on Crimson like this, because if you do initiative trading, and when I say initiative trade, you stand in the open and shoot stuff, right? Then a pop tart is really good against that. The problem is that when there's a push, it's low DPS.
Oh yes.
It has low recycle rate. Its heat's not brilliant, but it's only doing 20 damage pinpoint per cycle for a heavy. Right? Whereas a knight gives
it's not. It's by far it is not ideal.
I mean, yes, it's 20 with splash, but point is that the like, I think the Harbinger wasn't a bad pick. It's just that like if you're running EL large mechs, you have to be really careful because the push windows, you can't leave the windows open because the big bugs will fly in this case, annihilators. You know, if you leave the window open, stuff flies in, and that's kind of what happened. CXF, you know, got their timings really well done. Like their lights and assaults were talking to each other, and yeah, just good on them.
And so we are on to the next map. Yeah, drop 5, Rubes, which still doesn't show up on the damn map control thing. I don't know why it doesn't work.
It's a new map.
Yeah, something about the picture missing. Anyway, Rubelite is now the big boy drop. So we have 2 lights, no mediums, 2 heavies, and 4 assaults. 4 big, bad, dirty mechs. Max of any 1 chassis and 1 duplicate allowed, and the bonus here is to destroy all the assault mechs, which in the assault drops generally is almost a guarantee to happen for at least 1 team. There's very rarely is there any assault left on the field at the end of the assault drop. It is the big bad angry drop. See a lot of annihilators lately, especially on Rubes. This last drop sent a buttload of annihilators, so yeah, this will be interesting. So, as you will see, Crossfire are actually up at 850 rep now, as opposed to 1PTC, who are down at 650, because they got 8-0'd, and that hurts. That absolutely hurts your rep, when you don't get the bonuses too. So, again, it's not just about winning, it's also about the reps and paying attention to those bonus points. These guys are lobbying up.
Yeah, because you're giving away.
Yeah, exactly. Now, these guys are lobbying up. Stick around after this match, guys. We will be doing more giveaways. We have a Mech Bay and 1000 MC to ship out. So we'll do some interviews with the guys on Discord very, very quickly after the game. And after that, we will do some giveaways and stuff just after we're finished. And that'll be it. So the game is now loading on to Rubes. Let's see what happens. I'm suspecting annihilators. What about you?
Oh man, annihilators, put a Madcat B in there, and then the 4th makes anyone's guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Mauler, Night Star, whatever. You know, King Crab.
Night Star.
Whatever it could be. I'm just throwing out mechs to have ballistic hardpoints. Really, at this point.
If it's got a Dakar on it, it's good.
Yeah, well, there's Night Stars on sale. In fact, there's quite a few good. And Night Stars on sale. There's actually a 40% C-bill sale on. There's a lot of good mechs like Arctic Wolves, Annihilators, Arctic Wolves, Stalker 3FB, Arctic Wolves. There's a lot of really strong mechs out for sale. So
yeah, I saw that today while I was at work. I'm like, ooh, I have to get on board with that. I've only got about 10 mech bays left though, so I need a mech bay sale. Oh, Kodiak 3! Ooh, okay.
Oh, that mech! I actually was playing one today in queue. Alright, so we have on CXF side, it's a Dakar Madcat B, Wolfhound 6 medium laser, 5 Ultra 5 Annihilator 2A, duplicated, 5 AC5, there's only not a 6, just a 5 AC5 Mauler, and a 3 Ultra 2 Dragon, a Nike at Dual Gauss Julia Large for a bit of range control with that guy, a Machine Gun Cheetah, and on the BTC side, we have Machine Gun Cheetah, Nike of ATMs, 3 ATM 12s, Dragon with 3 Ultra 2s and a rocket launcher, Mislinks machine guns, Marauder laser Gauss, 6 AC5, Annihilator 2A, I love that build, attack a Kodiak, attack a Madcat, and that rounds out the side.
Very slow start here. That's what happens when it's all annihilators. We got a little bit of human centipede going on over here from 1BTC, parading up this ramp one by one. Looks quite amusing on the map. Crossfire a little bit more spread out, but then they have some different mechs with speeds here, so that's no surprise.
1BTC don't have a duplicate. They haven't duplicated a mech. Interesting.
Right, so no, they haven't.
Fuzzy running up the middle there. just getting a few spots on Epps. They see that there's 2 on Epps, not going to fight that. 2-on-1s never go well, and it looks like even on caps. CXF very gripped up. I mean, this strike bait here, if I ever saw it, but I mean...
strike bait, that's a good one, I like that. Yep.
Yeah, strike bait, hoo-ha. BGC coming up a bit slower to get to position, but this high side is also pretty strong. Given that the conga line in there, they don't have a wide arc of fire at all, so there's a bit narrow line to them. The Dragon Free Rider being up the front. Strike going down. Artillery, though.
And you know what? It bloody just about missed all of them. They're sitting right in the middle of it and nothing happened.
I was watching that too and was a little bit confused with that.
What kind of luck is that?
And Ranger Dave, 2 machine gun lights in the backfield. They're going to go for the cap because the cap is right there. Or they're going to go for the sacrifice.
No, I think they're going. I think they're going for the rear pest annoyance. Yep.
The sacrifice.
Yep. The sacrifice. That's exactly it. Because Will is coming.
They have a UAV up.
They do. They know the guys are there.
Captain Cat has been notified.
Captain Cat. No, and you know what? He's copping it from both angles. He's like, oh shit, I'm sandwiched. I need to do this.
Yeah. This is the position. So Raging's going to go get the cap, but Mercury should dump both his strikes in here. Oh, he comes a little bit from the Dragon, but this is where honestly I wouldn't try shoot. If I was a light in that position, I saw the backs, I would drop an artillery in there. Yeah,
don't shoot them. Strike them first, definitely, and pull a lot of structure, out.
Off, and then run in through your smoke screen. You can use as a light pilot, you can actually use that red smoker as a temporary smoke screen.
We've got a bit of a problem here. One BDC have been forced onto the low ground here, and they are getting absolute shit beaten out of them from up high, from the Annies.
Low ground is not strong when you have that much range control from CXF. To the 2 another's and the Mauler concaving on top of the archway. Oh, this is not pretty. This
is not great. No.
In serious trouble.
What the lights need to be doing, they need to be getting in there and giving their team some time. But the only problem is the guys are kind of they're going into a little alcove thing there. But EXK is watching, and you know what? He's going to have some more back shots on them. They're all just. I think they're all jammed up.
Wow, the CXF lights just ran past the BGC lights. BGC lights can run in here and kill something. They can do it.
Yep. Come on, lights, get in there. Oh, they're too busy trading and poking. Just get in. Just turn the mechs around. That's what you need to be doing. There's 2 of you, and you can take that Mauler out without any drama.
Is it just me, or are there 5 mechs underneath this bridge?
There are, and EXK is just sitting there having a field day. If he hasn't done 800 damage by the end of this game, I'm going to be very, very surprised, to be honest. Well, he's just
the mech
free reign.
Is arm mount, and the only arm mount mech down there are the Gauss on the Marauder and Nikia and the Dragon. So the Kadak and another basically are the fight for BTC.
The Annie's got 2 ACs in the arms, but again, that's not really enough. It's not your payload, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, Ranger Dave, I didn't even see that. I'm totally missing the light fight going on over here.
Yeah. In the backfield here. Yeah. And so he does get taken out. In light 2v2s, Wolfhound plus machine gun mech is actually very dangerous because 1 or 2 alphas could open a leg and then machine guns just finish it off. Colorwatt goes down.
Yep, they're getting cleaned up now. That's they're trying to get up. They were trying to get up the ramp, and you can see they're all.
Oh, look at the duck coming out of this high ground. Look at the high ground firing line here from CXF.
It's nasty. And you can see all the mechs. They've tried to get up. They've tried to get up this ramp, and they're all the dead bodies are all within about 30 meters of each other. This is not going well.
In. Might get 2 kills. I think BC can get 2 kills here.
Yep. Shimozu should go down. There's no reason he should still be alive.
As well. That's impressive tanking there. Free Rider down to 26%. 20%.
Wow. I was trying to click on his mech. Trying to click on his damn mech, and it disappeared because it was dead. Oh, Shimozu is still alive. Good lord.
And it's just live in the ATMs remaining. His head crit, CT, right torso.
Oh, he's got no leg. That's why he can't go anywhere. He's got no feet. No feet.
He can jump. He can pop dart.
Yeah, that's true.
ATMs.
Oh, he just got. Did the airstrike get him? I think it did. No, missed him. Oh wow, 24 and
good night.
Yep, that's it. All she wrote. Wowee, 8-0'd again. Oof. Oof. That hurts. That hurts.
And CXF coming back from the series, you know, 2-0 down on series. We came back with 3 very, very strong drops. Like you said, EXK, he goes 800.
Yep.
Like you called it, Ash.
He would have to have. He was up there beating down on them for ages, mate. So, yep, that's no surprise.
And there's live throwing ATMs at the enemy, 823. A few mechs cut down a bit there for sub 100. So 3 mechs for BTC there, sub 100, where a very strong spread from
pretty even. Yeah, pretty even spread over there overall.
Yeah, I mean, there's 4 mechs over 500 and 460s, high 300s. So, like that firing line they had up high and just controlling high grounds in this game, in almost every situation.
Well, speaking
controlling
of
high grounds,
that's map strategy.
Rightio.
What did we see?
That is what I expected, but what we actually saw was. Okay, I think I can try to get this right. I believe BTC kind of conga line, so they kind of had their mechs like this in a line at the start.
A bit of conga?
Had, they kind of grouped up as well, they're a bit of a bunch. They kind of eventually spread out. Now, do the side, wait, is this the correct side? I think so. Yes, so eventually, CXF dropped down. I believe they were on the ground in this little bridge area. CXF had just come across, and they actually controlled the top. So pretty much they had top control. I think they had mechs in here as well, actually. They think they came back through here. Sorry, I don't think they came through the center at all. They came back, yes, that's right, through here. And they had top control. So with BC dropping down into this downstairs region, it was pretty much good night. The lights from BTC did come around. They had look at Gamma, look at coming up the back here. Pretty passive. I think they could have been a bit more aggro. But yeah, there's the low grounds were pretty much, I think, what sealed the deal for BTC on this one.
The other thing too was Crossfire got into a good firing line quickly. Quicker to sort of basically force those guys to drop. They had nowhere else to go. You can't really sit there and take that much of a beat down forever. And I think when Daidachi was it lost 30% already by that point. So, yes. Well, the guys are just below in the channel if you want to do a bit of draggy.
Yeah, I'll drag them up.
Yeah.
Right, here we go.
User was moved to your channel.
So just quickly go through.
There you go.
G'day, guys.
Hello. G'day.
The end result there is 1200 rep for Clan Crossfire in a 3-2 win over 1 BTC with 650 rep on their side. What do we have? So that is the leaderboards there. So, yeah, well, welcome guys. Thanks for some entertaining drops tonight. It has been absolutely awesome to cast these matches. Really, really good. I guess I'll start off with you guys on the 1 BTC side. How do you feel you went? You know, you bloody balls at a gate the first 2 drops and then sort of fell away. Sort of walk us through sort of what happened. Did you start the party early or what?
Oh, it's a Friday night, so yeah, we always start the party early on a Friday night.
Very good.
I think just with the players we've got, I think we sort of suit better down in the lighter tonnages. I think we sort of struggle a bit as the tonnages start to go up, and I think that's probably a pattern that you'd see if you watched all of our matches over the time. So, but you know, the guys are working hard to improve, and we managed to sneak a couple of drops this time round. So I was pretty happy with the way the boys put it together.
Oh, look, if I was you, I'd be sitting pretty happy after those first 2 drops, mate. They were good action, good control, good to cast too. Like, all the drops were tonight, actually. It's been quite good. Very good night. Which was your better drop? Yeah, do you think your second drop went quite well? Was that sort of the plan? Did that match actually go to plan on Alpine Peaks?
Yeah, pretty much actually. The plan was to push Crossfire back off Sigma. Basically, do what to them what they did to us the first time. They sort of pushed in the Sigma. We thought, oh, well, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So we'll stick it back to them. And then when we realised that we had the cap control and we had them pushed back a bit, we sort of said, oh, well, let's tuck down and hold for a bit and see what happens, see what they do. And then we we sort of just tried to sort of go with the flow then from the second part of the battle onwards.
We did that smart move of not being into a range team when we have cap advantage.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, no, it was the cap advantage definitely played in your factor. Cap and Cat from Crossfire, how do you feel your games went tonight? A little bit sort of the opposite, I guess. A little bit rough early, and then sort of coming home very, very sort of
rough
strong.
Start.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a little bit of salt creeping into my voice at the end of drop 2 there, I'll admit. Just things not quite going according to plan, calls being missed. I think drop 1 is drop 1 is drop 1. It's kind of a clusterfuck, and it was
Yep.
just, you know, micro decisions, lots of little micro decisions that went wrong. You know, I turned around to help the Hunchback, who was a squeaky wheel at the time. Potentially, I should have just stayed with the Brawl. Little decisions like that, and then a lot of the pilots would have been making those kind of little decisions, and you know that it can just snowball from there.
Oh yeah, that's the first drop summarised right there. It's as we sort of Jay and I have said a few times now. It's that first 1 or 2 mechs down, and that's it. It is very much hard to recover from that, and positioning wise too.
Yeah, yep. And then drop 2 was harder to lose, because we had a plan, and the plan didn't.
What was your plan? You want to sort of maybe
expecting.
Run us sort of through what you were thinking was going to happen there?
Yeah. So the one thing that went down is that we went to grab Gamma and saw some lights there, and I decided discretion is a better part of valor. I didn't really want to lose my lights so early on in an engagement that I didn't have any information on, so I did call them to pull back. So we gave up Gamma, which is obviously in hindsight it was a cap loss that. You know, that would have been a good start to have that. Potentially, you know, maybe we could have got their lights there, seeing where their positioning actually was afterwards. And then we got Sigma as planned. Saw their push. I called a retreat to maintain range because we were all in standoff. You know, air large lasers and stuff. So just get range so that we could, you know, put the linebackers, give ourselves time to put the linebackers down if they pushed us. Unfortunately, there was a lot of, you know, sort of by about midway through the battle, there was a lot of really damaged mechs on both sides, but especially on the 1BTC side, and I think our pilots just got a bit of a taste for a bit of a bloodlust. And the calls for we really need caps, guys, lights go cap, those kind of calls got ignored. They're sort of, you know, in that I've done it myself. It happens where you're just like that's someone else's problem. I'm too busy doing what I'm doing right now to follow that command, or just outright concentrating too hard to hear it, perhaps.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was the major thing that happened. Was the call that was caps are more important than kills got ignored, and then they locked us down pretty well on the caps that people did strike off to try and get Theta and things like that, and potentially we could have, you know, headed off in a long mission to go grab Gamma or something, but that's very far away. So yeah, they played it really well.
How do you feel the Crimson drop went, guys? That was did you guys, sorry, to the 1BTC side of things, did you know that the Annies are sort of coming across, and those lights were essentially just playing team distraction, just to allow them to get into position? Because you kind of didn't respond as quickly as we were sort of looking at it. We're like, oh, geez, if they move, it'll be right, and it kind of didn't happen. And then, yeah, well, it was like, oh, hello, there's Annihilators appearing.
Might leave this one for live too, because he was calling that one.
Oh,
throw him in front of the bus.
Delegation. This isn't throwing in front of the bus. This is throwing in front of a 100-ton assault mag here.
Well done.
As you were live.
We pretty much knew they had to come that way because we couldn't see them anywhere on the map. But we're just waiting for one of our forward mechs to call it. Unfortunately, it was called a little bit too late, and then we couldn't escape because the lights were behind them.
Yep.
And then there was a little bit of could do this, but got misheard, and you know, the rest was as it was ever happened.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, it felt good to get that one. Obviously, the been a lot of suffering on that map as the Team 1 side, it's really bloody hard to push people off the island, and it felt good that the plan came together. People executed it well, and sort of just went down exactly as we planned it, really.
Oh, good.
Just for the enemy team, I also made sure I didn't die first, apart from drop 1.
Live is known for his drop 1 win rate, so that was a good killback Live. So, I do have a question. So, now, what is your training program with your assassin cardio? Like, is this like how much cardio does BGC train their assassins with?
Yeah, we make them do a few laps of Polar Highlands. Just get the miles into the legs.
Oh yeah, there's no low kilometre mix in those McBays. Gee whiz.
Yeah, with that one, the initial ploy was to grab Kappa and then rotate clockwise around the map through Delta 5, which is probably where we should have gone. But the information we were receiving was that the whole enemy team had pushed across and gotten across and were coming up into the buildings, and so our more experienced assassin pilot, because I'm sort of the second stringer, made the call that maybe we just get out of there and team up with the team. And probably in hindsight, it was probably not as important to get out of there as quickly as we did. We might have had a little bit more time than what we realised, but you just got to make the decisions with the information you had at hand, and that was the call.
Yeah, that's it. No, it's interesting to hear. Yeah, because like I sort of like play a bit of lights. I play lights this season, and I found sometimes you just gotta get up in there. You know, if you're bets are getting shot, just get up in there and shoot stuff. And yeah, just we're just curious, like, oh, what's the plan here? But that was pretty interesting to see. So, like, and honestly, BGC, you guys have improved like heaps. It's so awesome to see how you guys have taken some matches you have had and just learnt from them and really brought some strong strats and yeah, some really interesting drops and just executed on those first couple. So props to you guys, and also CXF, yeah, really good execution on those heavy drops, like pretty clean, lots of good communication we could see through the lights and assaults, like just coordinating that across the weight classes there. So yeah, it was awesome to see how you guys just been really improving even throughout the season. You know, because we casted your week 2 match and felt tonight just really bring it at each other, 3-2 result. Yeah, it was really a pleasure to cast you guys.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Thanks.
It definitely came out strong tonight, and really, yeah, great matches overall. Definitely great.
Yeah, it was great. It was great to be pushed from our perspective. You know, after drop 2, we were like, right, we've actually got to pull it together here.
Take the thumb out of our ass.
We got to recover from this. And yeah. It might be Friday night, but we've still got to get serious.
Yep. I understand that. Well, thanks for joining us, boys. We'll just round out now with a little bit of giveaway and finish off.
Rigged.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Big thanks to you guys for shouting and commentating on the games, and thanks to Captain for the match. It was awesome, and a big shout out to the boys. They did a great job tonight. I was really chuffed with the way they performed tonight.
Oh, very good. Well done.
Yeah, likewise, for sure.
Right.
It's been a great season. That's our last game, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Well done.
You're done.
Well, not the last game versus 1 BTC. We've had 2-8 and 1 BTC, and then we've just got Bears, and that's it, I think.
Yeah, there's still a couple of more casts that I've booked in a few more weeks. So, although I'm away in a couple of weeks on the weekend, so hopefully none of you guys book your shit for the weekend of the 29th or whatever, because I'm not around. So any of those final matches.
Flick me a message and we'll see if we can work around that or not.
Yeah. It's just I think it's the weekend. What is it? The weekend of the 26th, so 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th. I am out of town. So yeah, maybe Jay-Z and Val can maybe pick up and get in on it for me instead. Right, boys.
Probs.
Thank you very much.
We're
going to do some giveaways, so get back into the Twitch chat and yeah, we'll sort that out.
Yeah, free stuff.
Yeah, that's it. Time for free shit. Okie dokie. Now, where is the thing? Now, this one, what is it? We've got a lovely mech bay to give away right in time. There's a bunch of sales going on at the moment, so very, very handy. Let's load up the people. And obviously kick kick me. And where's the bot thing? Right, there you go. Now, let's see who wins this one. One mech bay coming up.
You know, I think we've hit the 100 viewers tonight.
I think we've got pretty close to it. That's bloody good for Australian casting.
Yeah.
Blunt object! Woohoo! Right,
Rigged axe.
Yeah, that's it. There's some bullshit going on there. Blunt object for the mech bay, and we'll launch into the 1000 MC because I don't need to change anything that way. Let's run that one off. See who we get. God, this thing takes a while sometimes. And John McFuzzy, you have 1000 MC coming your way, mate. Well done. And yeah, sort of rounds us out. Make sure you're looking at the MRBC.com website, guys. The casts that are upcoming and booked and stuff are all up there. So if you're kind of wondering, you know, you want to see your team with a couple of guys you know, or mates and stuff, you want to sort of check that out, make sure you get on the website and look up the next upcoming casts. We always do post them to Reddit, and when they're not team last minute, post them to Discord and all sorts of other bits and pieces as well. But yeah, the ones that are booked in advance, you can usually sort of check that out. So everyone is welcome. Come talk some shit with us, ask some questions. If you're new players and you want to get into some comp, check out their website, and you can also check out the on the Macquarie forums as well. There is a competitive section and recruiting threads and stuff like that for comp in there too. If you want to get into it, there is DivA all the way through to DivE in not in Australia, or the AP region, I should say. It's a little bit slim on teams this year, but the other regions have yeah, upwards of 5 divisions of players of.
They got a Div G in NA,
Div G.
actually.
Oh fuck, there we go.
Yeah, yeah.
So
There's
yeah,
7.
all manner of skill levels, something for everybody, and you know, even if you are in Div G and, you know, which, okay, it's not the highest skill, you're still able to play and win and earn MC and all that sort of stuff. I mean, there is PGI are really generous with the giveaways and all that sort of stuff, which is amazing. Them sort of supporting us and all that sort of stuff over here in MRBC land. Have you got anything else to add, mate, before we wind up?
No, just you know, if you're interested in comp or even just like curious, a bunch of us people stream, people ask questions on the website. You can see the match recordings, some of them with comms, like our drops have comms in them, so you can, if you see a shoutcast and you want to hear what the comms are like, some teams don't mute the comms, so it can be really hilarious to see them react to what's happening, a bit of screaming, and it's pretty hilarious, honestly. And also, if you're interested in comp as well, like even just being better at the game, just like hit some of these units up, you know. A lot of them have open training nights, or even just like happy to drop with and train people up. Like I know, you know, we did that often too. So, yeah, like honestly, the community is there. If you want to get in on drops and matches and things, it's pretty easy. Just hit some of us up, hit the Discords, and off you go.
Yep, usually same, you know, same as when you're streaming or I'm streaming as well in AU time zones and stuff, you know. Happy to do private lobby stuff too, just sort of play around. I mean, hell, I'm not the best player, but if you want to learn something, I can at least teach you how to not be really shit. Or even focus on different things like builds and stuff too, you know. Like there's really good community, and everyone's always really helpful too, so. Well, that's kind of it, mate. So thank you for joining me tonight at very last minute. That was amazing.
No worries.
And yeah, well, that brings us to the end of the cast, guys. I'll find someone else that is casting, or so should say streaming right now, and we will go and raid their channel. Yeah, raid them. So make sure you guys spam like crazy when we do. When we sort of do hit that. And, oh yeah, Makina's on. He's an ex-EMP player, so yeah, we'll go hit him up, because he's a very, very chill-out dude. So thank you all for joining in. Spam Makina's channel like crazy, and we'll catch you all later. Thank you very much, guys.